Yakshimash. My name is Biorand. I like you. I like sex. It's nice. These are orchids, a town mechanic and a abortionist. This is my mother. She oldest woman in the whole of Kusek. She is a 43. I love her. Although Kazakhstan a glorious country, it have a problem too. Economic, social,
and cult.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa. King in the castle, king in the castle. Have a chair, I have a chair.
I am in a nest of gold. They have cleverly shifted their shapes. One of them has taken the form of a little old woman.
What is the best gun to defend
From a cult.
What you see is what I've got.
Come on and make my day.
Book.
Oh, nice.
Leon, help!
Well, I want to say hello. Welcome back in my town of Kusek. Since I returned, there have been much improvements. We no longer have a running of the
Cult.
It's cruel. We're Christians now.
Hello. Welcome in, everyone. I apologise for the abrupt end of my last stream. My internet just dropped. I don't know why exactly. It's the first time it's happened since upgrading to fibre to the premises. And it was off for like a good half an hour. So there was no way I would have been able to like I was going to end the stream very soon anyway, so it was just off for too long to even continue, just to like finish off the stream nicely. I'd also had like 4 raids, so there's a lot of people that didn't get to be raided to anyone else, unfortunately. Oh well. But yeah, thank you all for joining. Jammy, Def, Mighty, Trey, James, Master Dean, AFK, welcome in. So, agenda for today is I only got a few things left on like my to-do list, which mainly involve going through the game, which is good to stream as opposed to me just writing code. So that's and then I'm hoping it doesn't take too long, so that I can end the stream early and it not be going on for like 6 hours. And tomorrow I'll give it out to a bunch of big streamers, and then after that I will just do sort of like 5 to 10 each day, just gradually give more and more people access, because I think we're there in terms of features now. There's obviously a few teething issues with some of the features, like with the balancing and like the weapon upgrading. They will just improve over time. And Double Edger is currently stress testing 10 times enemies. So what happens is if you just set the game to multiply all enemies, including the extra enemies, by 10, some areas cope really well. For example, if I've just got a cabin with only 2 enemies in it, you're going to get at most 20 enemies on times 10, which the game can handle. But if you've got an area with like 50 enemies, you're going to get 500 as a result of times 10. So and that crashes the game. So the only way to deal with that is to say, okay, for these areas where there's a lot more enemies than usual, just have a hard cap in that you can multiply enemies by 10, but as soon as you get to 100, don't add any more because it destabilizes the game. And it's not a fixed number either. Like, I can't just say every area 100 enemies, no more. Some areas can't even cope with 30 enemies. And also some areas are smaller than others, and the combined total of enemies across all of them can be an issue. So what Edge is doing is he's going through the game with maximum settings, and then every time he hits a crash, he will find the sliders for the particular areas that he was in and lower them. Try again. If it still crashes, lower them more until it doesn't crash, until he gets to the end of the game. Then I guess you just do it again. You keep your same settings. You go through the game, see if there's any more crashes until you can get from start to the end of the game without, or with very, very few crashes, with times 10 enemies. And then those numbers I can just embed into the randomizer by default, and everyone can just rack up the enemy multiplied to 10. And hopefully they shouldn't get any issues. I mean, I think there's always going to be crashes, but there won't be any permanent like crashes that just always happen even after reloading the game. And there'll still be crashes just due to lower spec machines running the game. Hey Button, welcome in.
Yetshimash. My name is Biorand. I like you. I like sex. It's nice. These are orchids, a town mechanic and a Bolshevist. This is my mother.
I'm not sure why this has come up
woman
again.
in the whole of Kusek. She is a 43. I love her.
This is your fault, Def. This was not redeemed just now.
Although Kazakhstan a glorious country, it have a problem too.
I think this is because when I was last streaming, I got raided by Bok with maybe around 1,500 people. And at that point, I literally just have to turn off
King in the castle.
streamer
Have a
bot.
chair, I have a chair.
Otherwise, the redeems, the follow alerts just go crazy.
They have cleverly shifted their shapes. One of them
And it probably just meant that it left the OBS source in a bad state.
What is
like
the best gun to
already
defend
active.
from
So
a cult?
when I
What you
switched
see is
scene
what
there,
I've got.
Come on,
It
it's my
just-
day. Book.
because the scene was already visible, it just plays the video that was last in the slot. Oh, and it's just been overwritten now.
So heavy. She's at the fence.
Thank you for the follow. It's just overwrote pour out with that follow. Right, so it should all be working now. Like the curing and everything. So what I was showing you here is like my to-do list. My team's been looking at this for ages,
FBI.
and
FBI, huh?
it's really
excuse
difficult
me.
to fix. So
All right, they're on
We'll
to
leave
us.
that for
Get
now.
them back to SeaWorld.
the charm descriptions is we need to be able to edit the messages files, which I can do. It's just going to take some time to write the code to do that. And then there's on top of that the issue with the weapon exclusives. Only because the messages bake in the numbers, like how much power scale they have, it means that I can only, well, I could technically have any exclusive scaling. It's just that the message wouldn't say what the scaling is. It would have an incorrect scaling number, so the player wouldn't have a clue what they were getting out of the exclusive. So I've kept it just what the message says. So you get 2 times power or 2 times reload speed. But once we can start editing the messages, I can just put whatever I like. So I could put 10 times power. Looks like some of the weapon sizes you're getting next to. So that's a shame, because I saw that some exclusives didn't work. For example, I think if the ammunition, well, unlimited ammunition exclusive does not work when I applied it to like the handgun. I don't know why. It might be something I'm doing wrong. I need to investigate that. So I turned that off for now. But if you're saying what you're saying, perhaps there's another exclusive that seems to be incompatible. You have to check the log. The log will always show you what the randomizer thinks it did. And then the game will do something else. But you can refer back to the log to see what the problem was. Like which particular exclusive you should have got. I can show you how you do that actually. If I just open code. So when you download your randomizer, you get 3 log files: input.log, process.log, and output.log. Output.log is the most useful file that you want. Input.log is the same thing, but it's showing you like the vanilla state of the game, whereas output is showing you the randomized state of the game. And the log file will give you particular sections. So the first thing it starts off with is your inventory. So if you look at this, that's what the randomizer thinks it has set your inventory to. So if the game has something different, then there's a problem. And you can check this to see, you know, if you really did or didn't get what you were expecting. And the same, here's the shop. It tells you when you're supposed to get each item and the price and the discount, when the discount is. Eventually you get to weapon, and then you can see the weapons, and you can see every level what the internal value is, and then what the displayed value is. This is a bit annoying. So for handgun, the display value is the same as the internal value, but for things like shotguns and magnums, the internal value and the display value are completely different. Like for the Killer 7, I think the internal value for level 1 is just 1.0, but it says the display value is 15. So clearly there's some sort of multiplier going on. And for power, also it's broken down into like rinse, stopping power. There's 2 more. There's like 4 different attributes for power, and some are different, some aren't. So display values like there, I guess their average, or their what they want to tell the user the power is, as opposed to what it actually is internally. Of course, ammo capacity is just 1-for-1. And then it'll tell you the exclusive, so there you can see if you're really getting or what you're supposed to be getting. So find the weapon that you didn't get an exclusive for and see what it says, and then tell me. So on the to-do list, we have... I don't think I'm going to do that anytime soon. I did that yesterday. I just need to test it. So all the Navista dolls that were like on the side of a wall or something, When you randomize them, because they're rotated, the enemy is like just on the floor, not working correctly. It's funny, but it's also something I want to fix. So what I've done is every enemy that's rotated, i.e. the Novistador, I just turn them back around again so that they're up. They'll still be in the air though, and that's still going to cause some issues to some of the enemies. Like the first two Novistadors you see are in the room, but the next two you see spawn up from next to the balcony, so they're not going to be any better. They're still going to just be random enemies that are stuck on the rock below that you can't get to, so still need to sort that out. And then we've got I don't know if we'll get anywhere with the extra spawn triggers. I was hoping that I could write, or AFK could write an RE framework plugin that showed you the flags that the game is setting, or because every flag is a big long grid string, and an easy way to find out what various triggers, what like the flags that various triggers are, it's just the game to tell you, oh, I've just set this flag, oh, I've just set this flag. Because then you could play the game, you could see which flags are being set when, and you'd know, oh, okay, that's the flag for when this event happens. And then I could use that to say when these enemies are supposed to spawn. The one example of this is the hall where you first meet Salazar. Currently, there's enemies on the balconies and there's enemies that spawn after the cutscene on the ground. They're both in the room at the same time. I want to set the enemies on the balcony to be to only spawn after you've done the prison sequence. So I need to find any flag that gets set once you've done the prison sequence or the bit after, and use that to control whether the enemies on the top spawn. But again, I need an easy way of finding out what flags are. This is obviously a nice to have option that would have helped you get less ammo for guns that you can't even get yet. Hey Kenny, how's it going? Welcome in. For the one gimmick I'm working on I sent you, I was able to get a trigger to work. For example, enemy triggers, I can check if they work similar. Sure, when you've done that, just let me know. Because I think that would be useful for any mod creator actually, just being able to see what flags get set when. What I mean by improved treasure randomizer is currently it just gives you like a random treasure similar value to the enemy you just killed. What it really should be doing is giving you treasures with slots for the big enemies, and then for like the smaller enemies like brutes and stuff, it should give you one of the jewels that you can put in the other treasures more often than say a treasure you can't. And then this, yeah, I need to find out which item is the knife that you get during the Krauser fight, because that is a very special item that apparently respawns if you run out of knives. So I need to make sure that doesn't get randomized. So I think the first thing I'm going to do is this Krauser fight one. Which will involve me doing almost the entire chapter. Because I don't have a save game any closer. Yes. I mean, it's good that you found that work tray, because I just had no idea. Like, I just didn't know that was a thing, that it respawns. Yeah, I can change the number of items that can stack Like, I can change it to, say, 5 grenades as opposed to 1. And I possibly can also change what can and can't be stored in the box. But as Jamie just said, there is a mod that already lets you chuck in items in the storage or stack them. But yeah, I can implement it. It's just that for now, go check out those RE framework mods. So I think this is the Krauser that's that you fight first. So that's the stage he's in. All I need to do now is find what items are in that stage. Here we go. So I think that this boot knife here is the knife that continues to respawn. So what I'm going to do is get that context ID, and I'll just put that in the data file that says, you know, don't randomize it. All I need to do is find the file soon. So that's this one here. And that's the context ID for the boot knife. I'm gonna check that it respawns as well. So that's just saying that, you know, don't change that item. So we'll rebuild this and then try it out. Just need to generate now. And then we'll load up Fluffy and the game. The other thing I need to do actually is just put a bit more information on the page, probably under like the generate button. I'll have like a very small FAQ which says, you know, what to do when you get a crash and things like that.
No! Oh, who'd have thought a whale could be so heavy? Cheese it, the fence!
Thank you for the follow. Right, which chapter do I need? This one. Oh, I better check that that it actually did change. It didn't change on knife. Okay, I think we're good. Just showing you I have speed and invincibility on again. Wait, hang on. Okay. Looks like we're back here. I assumed this would be chapter start.
There, it's moving. This should speed things up a bit.
I can't believe I'm doing this.
Hey, we're in a hurry, right? Oh, by the way, What now?
Oh yeah, are you still there, AFK?
Going off the rails! Lean!
Oh, by the way, Jammy,
This thing's gonna flip!
from what I've seen, you don't need to tilt the cart at all until a certain point. So I'm not tilting the cart at all this whole time, even though it says you're gonna. So I'm not doing anything. Have my hands off the keyboard. So there's only certain points where you can go off the track. I'll tell you when it is. You know, just in case you want to be a bit more lazy. Right, I think it's this bit coming up here. Here, right here. If you don't turn, you fall off. There might be others. I haven't really experimented yet because if it does turn out that you die, you'd have to restart from the beginning, so I didn't do it. Yeah. Well, that's what I was gonna tell AFK. His next task, because he said he wanted to see what he could do with the minecart area. I was gonna say that you think that it should go 4 times faster.
Alright, let's go. Oh, not this again. Hey, the cart's tipping over! Going off the rails! Give me a hand!
Well, it'd be like random, wouldn't it? Some seeds it'd be ultra slow. That'd be really annoying.
Oh, who thought a whale could be so heavy? She's at the fence.
Thank you for the follow. Yeah, so one of the problems is if you randomize any of the enemies in the other carts, it crashes the game completely. I haven't tried the people with the dynamite on the track, because I think it would be funny if you just got a JJ in the middle of the track that shot. Well, the hardest thing about permadeath is the very last segment where you got 6-minute time limit and a load of enemies in your way and no merchant that you can go to after the boss. What you could do is add more boards, just randomly, in places. That's probably not hard to do. Yeah, sure. I'll get Mighty Couscous on that.
You're kidding. Hit the brake. What? Are you serious? Jump! Oh yeah. Luis, can I get a hand? Give us a 3, 2, 1 next time. Yes, Sancho? Whatever. Actually, he's right. Get him that.
Right. Now, so I think that is normally on the wall, isn't it? That Nevistador. That's why he's partly inside the wall. it might be doable. Wow, that is the longest. Like, I know JJ's sometimes had a a long thing on their head, but that is the longest one I've seen yet. I don't know why it happens. I'm sure we'll get to the bottom of it at some point. I just haven't really cared that much because it doesn't crash the game. But yeah, another one for you to look at, AFK. As well as increasing the minecart speed to extreme values. But yeah, I assume that these, once they get started, yeah, they just come off the wall. So I think that's fine. That's now better. They're not glitching out on the floor. It's weird how it's only certain areas though where this this issue happens. And it's only ever JJ that has the glitch.
Son of a bitch.
Oh, it's a Krauser then. Yeah, so you still got this problem where enemies are just dropping from the nest and they disappear and they respawn. No idea what's going on there. Oh yeah.
How about you open fire instead of your mouth?
It should show this stuff as on the biosensor. It's weird that it doesn't. Right. Enough of that. I'm glad Verdugo doesn't get stuck in this area, because it can be quite tight.
Be so heavy. Cheese it, the feds.
Thank you for the follow, and welcome in, YOLO.
Take a look. Something's bound to catch your eye. Welcome. Ooh, what you buying?
So what I want to do is chuck this into storage, and discard the knife, so I don't have any. Yeah, no knife.
I'm beat. Makes you appreciate tech like this. I don't get you.
So Kenny, Double Edger is currently stress testing the rando at 10 times enemies.
Makes me feel better. Be straight with me for once.
Gunhog, answer to your question, a lot of things are randomized.
Helping the two of you doesn't make up.
Enemies,
I know that,
extra enemies,
but still, I don't want it.
what the merchant sells, the prices, the rewards, the upgrades, the upgrade prices, the exclusives for each weapon, what weapons you start off with, when items come available,
We're out of that hell.
when they get discounts,
Fresh air is sculling our names. Por fin. Gus,
the item pickups, the item drops from enemies.
we're almost what?
Well, so far, only one person has managed to do a hardcore permadeath, and that was with a 99.9 power broken blacktail,
Bowser? What the hell?
which you're not going to get anymore because I've nerfed all the guns.
Recovering stolen goods. And killing a few rats along the way. Easy work. Ashley, it was you. Catch him quick. Didn't I teach you? Knives are faster. Not good.
Yeah, the JJs.
Getting started, rookie.
Right, so I still obviously have no knife, which is why I'm going to pick up that.
This is nothing to do with
And then we're going to try and use it all up.
Major, you're not thinking straight. Oh, my mind's clearer than it's ever been. Now focus and show me what you got.
I was hoping for more enemies.
Why would you work for these freaks?
I don't think this, you can't, the knife only gets lower if you actually use it on an enemy, isn't it?
Operation Happiness. My entire unit.
There's supposed to be a Verdugo, where is he?
Our own government let it happen. Too slow. Kill us all. Without mercy. Only devastating power. But
trying to knife him in the foot just so it does the least amount of damage.
You understand. What happened was unforgivable. But that doesn't give you the right to hurt innocent people.
You're still a kid, holding on to fantasies caused right and wrong.
Actually, parry might also.
Choice. Enough chit chat. Time to put an end to this. Get ready.
There we go. So, does it respawn?
I know your every move. You learn them from me.
Maybe he wasn't being completely... No, there's only one knife, but someone said that it respawns.
Let's see it, rookie.
Well, I've not randomized them now, but there's no way you could have a Krauser with 100k health if this knife doesn't respawn. Someone said it respawned, but it doesn't look like it does. Probably because that one boot knife is enough to kill him. The thing is, someone will want to be like, oh, there's... you know, they'll save up the knives ready to kill him. Oh no, it has respawned. Is it on a timer then? If it was on a timer, that's a very long time.
Enough play, rookie. You haven't changed a damn bit.
But yeah,
Disappointment.
welcome in, Snake. How's it going? Devil. Chaos. You like my outfit, my jacket? It was funny.
Looking good, eh, my friend?
So
Such a lost.
Mighty Couscous made the jacket for me, and he made jackets for like 4 other people. So during my last stream, I was like, when people were asking about jackets, like, oh yeah, Mighty Couscous added that. So if you need a jacket, you know, look no further than him. And he tells me like the next day he's had like 20 messages from people asking for jackets and paying, you know, they're prepared to pay him to make a jacket for him. Which he did not sign up for. So looks like he'll only do it for his pals. So need to get on first name terms with him. So I had extra enemies on what percentage was that? 25%, and only got one enemy there. I don't know if the Verdugo was supposed to be in that, or whether it's just from the last area. But it is going to be funny seeing runs where a load of enemies and terrible enemies are in that Krauser fight. I've only seen Double Edger get it so far. I don't know if other people can also say they got a load of enemies in this room during the fight. But because you only have a knife, it makes it very very fun at the same time. Oh really? You can actually pick up the knives that Krauser chucks at you. I did not know that. There's definitely only one knife though in this fight. I can show that. If I switch back to desktop. So you see here, 55302. That is the stage that we're in. 55302 is the stage we're in. That's like the area, the number, the ID of the area. And you can see there's only 4 items there: 2 green herbs, a red herb, and a boot knife. I don't think it was the knife that Krauser threw. It was in exactly the same position and orientation as the one that is usually there to pick up. Hey Godzilla. When did this RE4 project start? Not that long ago. It was only last month. I could probably show you here when the first commit was. April the 4th. So it's just been over a month and a half maybe. Oh, that's true, Ray. It did spawn in, didn't it, when I moved around? So one of the attributes you can get on a enemy spawn controller is only spawn if not in camera view. So maybe that's the same thing with the item. It only spawns if it's not in your camera view. It's like their way of cheating, you know. Where did this enemy come from? Right, yeah, just spawned in out of view, but it will only spawn in out of view. You hate Mendez spawning in areas with Ashley. Which Mendez? The Chase one. The Chase one should never spawn if Ashley is involved. I've like literally said, don't put a Chase Mendez in like areas where there's Ashley. It's possible that I haven't done it for like extra enemies, but I don't know. You're gonna have to report it because it crashes the game if he kidnaps her due to the cutscene, which I really want to fix. I just don't know how. Yeah, just let me know where it happened, Snake. And I'll disable him. It's just so annoying though, because he's such a good enemy. Like in Waterhall, right? 404 got him on the top. So he went straight for Ashley. And it obviously crashed the game when he picks her up. But it's not like it's a soft lock. It's just an inconvenience because you've technically gamed over anyway. It's just annoying you have to restart the game. But it is effectively a hard enemy where, okay, what Mendez will do is he'll punch Ashley first, so she's on the ground, then he'll pick her up. You basically got your one chance to stun him and save Ashley. In the waterfall bit, you've got to keep stunning him just because of that insta game over if he picks her up, which is just what adds the challenge to it. To make it a bit more balanced, his stun should last longer. So like if you hit him really hard, he should just stun for longer. Bit like Nemesis, I suppose, from RE3. Like in OG RE3, if you shoot Nemesis enough times, he'll fall on the floor. He's not like completely dead. He'll get up within a few seconds, but he is literally down on the floor for a few seconds. If you put Mendez as the only spawn and get to Ashley area. So if every enemy has a... Wow. What I can do is for enemies, I can add a list of excludes. So here's one such enemy. These are the 4 enemies. I don't know. I can't remember exactly what this is. Given that one says wolf, I assume this is like outside Mendez's house. And what I've said is, so these enemies are probably in Mendez's house, and I've said it can't be Verdugo, it can't be U3, it can't be Pasanta or Mad Chainsaw or Gyarados. It's probably because they're just too big, they get stuck or whatever. So I've excluded those enemies from being those spawns. If you did Verdugo only, they would just be their default enemies. And you get that in the lift at the end of the clock tower in the castle. They're always zealots. So even if you turn zealots off, you'll still get zealots. That's what happened with red zealots. Like Edge had turned off red zealot and he was annoyed that he got red zealot in that lift area. It's just because I prevent him from being randomized. But yeah, we'll commit that because that worked. Do not randomize knife in Krauser fights. And we'll tick that off the list. So I'm going to put here base stats. Don't randomize. Well, don't. Random base stats. Don't take effect. What was the other issue? There's obviously some issue with exclusives, but I'll wait until you give me an example of one. What was the other issue? can't remember. I'll leave that. I think AFK might have told me how to do that. I mean, the main one now is just the extra spawn triggers. I just don't know how to get them easily. Other than like searching really hard through the files. Hey Kale, how's it going? Okay, I mean, if there's one trigger that I'm gonna try and add, it's the one in the Salazar Hall, I think. So let's see if I can just find that particular one. What we're doing actually. Let's see which area I added him in. So this is going to be castle entrance prison, yeah. Probably like 401. Oh, actually, that's downstairs. This is a good one to look at. Okay, I got an idea. So the enemies that are normally spawn after the Salazar cutscene despawn. So I could use the trigger that despawns them to spawn the enemies up top. First thing first, find out what the stage is for that area.
No, you can't keep it.
Yeah, that's bad.
I sure don't think what he means by that. He says you can't keep him. What's he referring to? Nice title. Which title? Oh, right. Have you not seen that before? So this is... Oh, let me chuck on the scene display. This is 50400. 50401. Okay, so I'm looking for 50401 enemies. Alright, yep, that is... I don't, it was probably only like a week ago that it was added, but yeah, Mighty Cuscus gave me the texture for that. So yeah, pretty cool. And we'll probably add like title, you know, people's voices saying Biorand as well. Just need to figure out how to do that easily. Okay, so in this file, I'm expecting some enemy controllers. See all that. Dead enemy counter. This is the right file. Level CP10 31002. Yeah. I wish you could. The search on this, unfortunately, is not that great. Like, if I search for this, see, it doesn't find it. Oh, okay, it's called character spawn control. I thought it was called enemy spawn control. Right, so we've got 2 spawn controllers with enemies in. I don't know about that one. Yep, so these ones here. There's so much to like find out regarding the enemies. They got loads of different fields, and I want to know what all of them do. But it'll take a while to figure all that out. But what I'm interested in here is these two flags, because I think what these are saying is if both of these two things are, well, if either of those two things are set, then the enemies despawn. I was going to use that as a way of triggering the other enemies to spawn instead. The only way I'm going to figure this out is just to try them both, see what happens. So I'll try this one out first. What I do need to do is just double check that the stage ID for the ones at the top is.
Open it from the other side. I owe you one.
What was that? Keep animals down here or something?
¡Se ha encontrado! You okay?
I'm fine.
De aquí
Now.
no sale. ¡No te atraparemos! Only a couple of uses for it.
This is stage 50505. Hmm. Ah. I don't know how I was randomizing them then. Well, maybe it was just the extra enemies. That means you potentially get more than one. I don't know how that's working. So this is 504 and just wants to check. You just know Vistadors.
Don't even think about trying this yourself.
Alright. This is switch back to desktop. 50401.
Leon, are you kidding me? Jumping across chandeliers, seriously, who does that?
Where do you, my brother?
Okay. So let's set the condition to this, see what happens. The thing I need to do is change default to want all extra enemies on, and it's gonna just get rid of the invisibles since it's stationary. Alright, rebuild, rerun. Hey Chunkster, how's it going? Well, I certainly don't see them up there, assuming there are some that are supposed to be up there. So, question is now, if I go ahead and do prison,
Okay.
Open it from the other side. Good work.
I don't know what exactly causes these people to disappear, but if I go to prison,
Are you okay?
Yeah.
What was that? Did they keep animals down here or something?
right, what I'm going to do is not grab the key, I'm just going to go all the way here, not grab the key, and then go all the way back to the sea of the main hall, see if they've already despawned yet. Okay, they haven't. Alright. one more day before I start giving it out in batches. So not everyone's going to get it tomorrow. But if you don't get it tomorrow, you might get it day after, or day after that, or day after that. One more day of like feature, like consider it as, you know, feature complete is the last day. Right, so I've done like the Garrador stuff now. I'm gonna go back and see what's left in here. Yeah, so these people have all disappeared now because I've done the prison. And I'm wondering if... Ah, yes. So that condition's worked. So that is exactly what I wanted. I wanted those people up there to spawn after you've done the prison. So go ahead and commit that change. Only spawn people. Yeah, soon. By the end of this month. Thank you. So Double Edger is currently stress testing this out with 10 times enemies. And every time he gets a crash, he's gonna like throw in that's the wrong one. He's gonna reduce the number of enemies, like hard limit for that area. Hopefully, we'll get more stable at high enemy limits. There we go. would be nice if I could spawn these enemies after the door opens, but again, I kind of need that plugin. Tells you what flags get generated. And yeah, I don't know what's going on with the snake boxes.
Don't even think about trying this yourself.
Pete, that's it. Leave this one to me.
How you gone, sir? How's it going so far? Yeah, it's pretty hectic. You've seen Double Edges currently stress testing it with 10 times enemies. Evening, Georgie. How you doing? Playing software and game development. Nice. I love that game.
Be careful. Leon, they're here.
Ah, the entertainment. This should do the trick. Out of the way!
Hey Sonic, how's it going? Mighty Couscous made the jacket. It's quite funny because I I had Brock raid me on Monday. So it's like 1,500 people into the stream. And obviously people were saying, you know, who made the jacket? So I was like, okay, Mighty Chris has made a jacket. So if you ever need a jacket, look no further than him. And he got loads of messages after, like people asking him that they'll pay him to make a jacket for them. And of course he didn't sign up to any of that. So he's made a jacket for like you know, his mates. So me, Def, Double Edger. So yeah, just go. Yeah, don't. You know, get on first name terms with him first, then he'll do one for you. Or find someone else. You know, I'm sure he'll spread the knowledge of how to do it. It's probably not that hard. You just have to get a program that can edit the texture files and do it. It's probably like worth making a tool actually that can do it. You just import your picture and paste it over the top of a jacket. Because it's like something that so many people want. Oh, in that case, I'm sure it'd make you a jacket. I forgot about that. That he was the one that helped you with that. You should get a jacket too, Sonic. Even though I've never seen you play this game. You can get one for RE2. You play RE2 remake on your PC, right? Or do you use console?
This way.
No problem.
Hey Smurfy?
You gonna be okay?
Yeah, I got this.
You play it on PC, so that game runs fine. In that case, yeah, get yourself a Remake 2 jacket.
Be careful. Okay, get back here.
Yeah, how is the game running now, Gonzo? Is it? Can you play it like full res 60?
Yeah.
You haven't got any like bottlenecks on the GPU on the CPU side, have you?
This way.
Okay.
Looks like the right place. You okay?
I think so.
Nice. Good. In that case, you can become a RE4 remake streamer now.
Wait!
That's right. Just after he's finished all the RE2 combinations of no damage.
Roofs come in. Things went to shit. Took refuge inside a castle. Roofs breaking up.
Thank you, Carlo, for the Prime sub. Much appreciated. I know, Cuscus, and it's great that they just spawn straight after a cutscene. So what I've done, I don't know if you're watching, but what I had done is, you know the first cutscene you have with Salazar? The enemies at the top, they spawn straight away. So what I've done is made it so that they now spawn once you've done the prison bit, which means that when you do the prison, it despawns all the enemies that appear after that cutscene, and it will now spawn all the enemies at the top balcony. So that should helpfully not only stabilize the game, but also it means you won't be able to cheese some of the enemies from the bottom. Hey Emily, how's it going? Oh, you're playing Zelda. Nice. Good. We actually did I've actually done everything that I planned to do for this stream. Yeah, I mean, right now my computer's already baking my room. Luckily, today hasn't been hot. It's been quite cool. If you can't be that cold, surely. Have you got a really cold house? Is it like when I was at university, I had to stay in this house. It's like Victorian house, and the rooms are huge. The ceilings are really high up, and the windows barely have any light coming in. So it just got really cold, even in the summer. I think we lost those Verdugos. Ex-council house. I only did the halls thing once for 1 year, and then the second year I was in private halls, I guess. But I mean, it's technically just a one. What do you call it? A studio apartment. That's it. And then in my third and fourth year, I shared a house, 3 other people, and it's that house that was cold. That's the. It might more actually. Yeah, it's just video, guys. That's the only thing that spawned. They're obviously quite angry. You slept in lecture halls during the lecture, or just overnight? I think so. I did remember actually a couple of colleagues. Like normally you get kicked out at 11 o'clock in like our building. Yeah, I had a couple of colleagues that hid when like the porters went around seeing if anyone was still in the building, and it just meant that they got locked in the building overnight. So good job then. You knew I was posh. Define posh. Silix. Yeah, I lived in a really fancy Victorian house. Yeah. That cost me, I think at the time, £70 a week. Something like that. Yeah, I would. This was in Manchester though. Thank you for the tier 1 sub. Venus? Oh, sorry, Vinicius. Yep, tomorrow the big boy streamers are gonna get this. They're gonna have fun with it. What I'll do it off stream, but I'll write a little FAQ under the generate button just to say what to do when you get a crash, and Like, you know, do you re-roll the seed, do you re-roll the enemies, that sort of thing. To find big boys. Well, one will be Bok, the other will be Maxi Loops, and a few more. It's not public access. I'm not going to give public access yet, but I will just step up the early access giveaway. Because, you know, all those people, they were waiting for early access, so they want to get it before other people. So they will get it before other people. I honestly can't wait though to see them because they've probably not even seen many VODs of it either, so I can't wait to see like their reactions to playing this for the first time. But yeah, I did the last few things I wanted to do, which is why I'm in the stream now. But we're gonna raid. This is also partly why I'm ending the stream early, because otherwise I wouldn't be able to raid him otherwise. Yeah, so he knows he's gonna get it. So like it's, if you look at his current stream, his title says RE4R Rando tomorrow, so he knows he's gonna get it. Oh yeah, I mean, if you go on Biorand.net, you've got a video of Bok literally doing an advert for Biorand, and I'm sure we'll do a new one for the remake. Right, so we're gonna raid. It's a shame I don't have. It's a shame I don't have like the right emotes, like orc emotes. But if just change these emotes to whatever you have that's similar. So this is the raid message, and we're gonna raid Namsky, who is making a RE2. You can't end. We're have you already finished your stream, Edger? You have, right? We're gonna raid Namsky, and I'll talk to you, Edger, on his channel. And this is the message that we're gonna give him. So just replace whatever emotes you have of like Smash, whatever Smash emotes you have. With that. That's it. So yeah, if anyone doesn't know yet, Namsky is working on a RE2 remake randomizer. He's working really hard on it. He's using the same tech I am, which means that it's going to work as well as Biorand will for RE4 remake. And he's doing a lot of extra stuff as well, like moving stuff around, adding extra items and placements, enemies. It's going to be really good when it's done.